Yo, what up, what up, what up? There is everyone. It is Money in the Bank season. I am joined, as always, with Deeks and Jades. Guys, are you ready? Are you pumped for Money in the Bank yet?
It's going to be an interesting night. It's going to be exciting.
I'm ready for it. It's going to be a good matches lined up. We're going to see Cody take down the Bloodline again. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, man, it's going to be good. Apologies for just then if you heard any extra echoes on my end. The mic wasn't flipped over. But yes, we are in fact live, and obviously we've got viewers coming in. Guys, give us your comments on what you think. Are you looking forward to the most for Money in the Bank? Obviously, we're going to put the match card up. Deeks, what match are you looking forward to just off the bat?
I'm looking forward to the main event matches itself. So tonight, the women's and the men's, they're both looking good. They're both looking exciting.
Yeah, the Money in the Bank are always exciting. Do you think it feels the same for Money in the Bank? Now, obviously, it's had its own pay-per-view now for, what, nearly 10 years or so. Do you find it still as exciting as a pay-per-view, PLE, or do you find it less exciting that it's not on WrestleMania? Because I'm kind of...
Go on, mate, sorry.
I'm kind of conflicted still. I love the moment for WrestleMania because I always feel like someone gets a WrestleMania moment. However, the idea of having a Money in the Bank pay-per-view or PLE, I'm not against that either. I just wish that there was having this idea, then doing something additional at WrestleMania now, using kind of this format, and I think that'd be just another way to get extra guys on and kind of put more stuff on the pay-per-view. But look, I love this pay-per-view. It's one of my favorite ones of the year.
Yeah, I do miss Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. It was one of the highlights of the night for me at WrestleMania. But I still like the idea and love the pay-per-view at being itself. So yeah, I'm happy both ways.
Yeah, what about you, Shades?
I'm looking forward to Cody Rhodes' match. But what I will say is Money in the Bank as its own PLE has grown so much over the years and just got bigger and better and better. And the way WWE is now, since Triple H took over, the way WWE has gone, I'm looking forward to seeing just how different this Money in the Bank is from last year's Money in the Bank.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting take. Obviously, how Money in the Bank was last year to how it is going to be this year. The same with obviously the WrestleMania. Like the one this year was one that was Triple H fully in charge, as opposed to last year when he was kind of getting there, and so much has changed. So it's going to be really, really interesting.
Something to look forward to that's just come across the news channels that CM Punk has been seen at the Money in the Bank arena.
All right, so we'll get on to Punk a little later. Obviously, I want to get on to the way things are going at the moment. So I want to kind of use the men's match maybe last, because obviously the idea of something else happening. All right, so obviously we'll get onto that. We'll use the men's one last. So let's go on.
I am looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, go on.
What I am looking forward to seeing is if the Wyatt Six do anything.
Well, I tell you what, fuck it. Let's go with the men's first, the Money in the Bank first, because I feel like there's so much to talk about. So let me read off the list of who we've got. Hang on, I'm just trying to sort something out for the thumbnail. But yeah, so obviously we'll try and go through what we think is going on and shit like that. Obviously it's going to be great. Bang, there we go. Right, I'm ready. I'm proper ready now. All right, so the first match that we're going to talk about, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Competitors, the guys that are in the match are Jey Uso, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, Chad Gable, LA Knight, and Drew McIntyre. Guys, this match itself is going to be absolute madness. Absolute madness. So much is going to be going on, and I feel a lot of the guys there have potential. There are two people that I think shouldn't actually be in this match. Obviously, I'll get onto that when I'm giving my prediction. So, as an early prediction, ready for tonight, guys. Who have you got winning? So, I want two answers. Who do you think is going to be the first one to get the fingertips on the briefcase, and who do you think is actually going to take that briefcase down? So let's go with Shades first, and then Deeks, I'll throw it to you after.
Cool. Who do I think? So this really ties in with a few different things, because who I think is going to touch the case first is going to be Chad Gable.
Oh, okay.
I think he will touch the case. They'll give him, maybe a pinky touch.
Yeah.
But I think before anyone touches the case, I think there's going to be this massive build-up to where Chad's alone in the ring. He climbs the ladder, and the lights go down, and the Wyatt Six appear, and Chad just disappears out of the match completely. Who I think will win the match. Now, I'm torn between two people. I'm torn between LA Knight.
Yeah.
And Yeet Man himself.
Yeet.
Okay.
Because Drew doesn't need it. Drew doesn't need the money in the bank. If Drew wins it, that's great, cool. It's gonna be another world title match with Drew, But I think that not only will the Wyatt Six appear and screw over Gable, I think that someone's gonna be returning. As I mentioned at the start, he's been seen at the arena. Whether that's just to watch the show, but will Punk come back tonight after that brutal beatdown from Drew McIntyre and screw Drew out of some? Look forward to seeing it. So that's why I think Drew's not going to win. So if I'm 50-50 on LA and Yeet Man, yeah, and Yeet and yeah, as we saw on SmackDown last night. That was a great little touch with the crowd, Yeet, yeah, with the punches. So I can't tell you which one. I just look forward to seeing what one it is.
All right, go Shade. Deeks, go for it.
Well, the person I think is going to touch the case first is Andrade.
Yep.
The high-flying luchador is going to be quick and remark, and he's going to touch that case, but I don't think he's going to win it.
Right.
I think the winner against Shades, is going to be Drew McIntyre again. But I'm hoping it's not Drew. I'm hoping for a dark horse winner from me again, like I did last time. And I'm saying the Yeet Man himself, the Oos, to win tonight. Oh yes.
I don't see it. I'm really sorry, but I don't see it. I just think, look, I'm literally wearing an Uso shirt now, right? And obviously, I'm a huge fan of the Usos.
Let's just look at the graphic for a second. My man is holding the case in the graphic. Where is everyone else in this graphic?
I know, like money.
All I see is Yeet Man and ladders.
I know,
and a prime bottle.
That's what makes me think like it's not happening because he's on the graphic. Like
WWE, just tell you out the back. Here's your winner.
Look, let me give my thing, right? So the person I think is going to touch the briefcase first. So the first person I think that's actually going to get their fingertips on a briefcase is going to be, I actually believe, and I agree with you, Shades. I reckon it's going to be Gable, right? But I think one of two things is going to happen. So
come on.
I'm in two minds, right? So let me give me both of my ideas, and then tell me which one you prefer to happen. So first thing, both of them involve Gable, by the way. So the first thing, Gable is at the top of the ladder, right? The match happens. He's finally at the top of the ladder, As he touches it, all the lights go out, and then we get a Wyatt 6 moment. Right?
Oh, so you're teaming with me on that.
Right. So I think, I do feel like that's going to happen. They've been teasing it for far too long now. All around Gable, right? And obviously, the other thing.
Poor Gable.
I know. The other thing is this could happen before as well. So what if, as the match starts, or before the match even starts, they're doing a promo. Obviously, let's say, for example, this is on like third in the card, right? This could potentially kick the card off. But let's say, for example, it goes third. During like the build up, the promo, whatever, something like that happens, the Wyatt 6 actually attack Chad Gable, right? Everyone comes out as a competitor. We get told that Chad is no longer as a participant in this match because he's not fit enough to compete. As the match is going on, Drew McIntyre's at the top of the ladder. Then CM Punk's music hits and Punk walks out and then gets in the ring and then he starts fighting with
I
Drew.
can see that. I like that. That's similar to mine.
I'm not saying Punk's gonna win it, but I'm saying the idea of doing that again to prevent Drew from winning. And to be honest, I'm happy with Jey winning, but I don't see it happening. For me, it needs to be LA Knight. Like, it has to be LA Knight.
That's why he's my other pick, like 50-50 between the Geek Man and because there's so much that's going on in the ring with Drew and Punk and Wyatt 6 and Gable. Poor Luchador is just chilling in the corner, like, hey, what's happening?
Yeah, well, exactly. I think I just don't see two big interruptions happening in one match because I think it's going to overcloud and over contrast the entire match. Obviously, the match itself is already mad, busy, chaotic. On top of that, adding a Wyatt 6 stuff. On top of that, then adding CM Punk coming out if Drew's there. Like it's gonna. I think that too much will be it'll be messy, which is why I think we're gonna get something to do with the Wyatt 6 at the beginning, and then potentially something to do with Drew later.
Now we've mentioned Luchador, we've mentioned Knight, we've mentioned Yeet Man, we've mentioned Drew.
Yeah.
There's someone else in this match, boys.
Yep.
Now, what do we think? I'll let one of you two go first. How do you think he's gonna perform?
Man, this could be. Look, if Carmelo Hayes takes the Money in the Bank briefcase here, then I'm not against it. The idea of Carmelo Hayes taking that briefcase, I feel this is gonna be one of these moments where it's not his time yet, but they're gonna tease something. Like he's the next guy. I think if behind LA Knight and Jey Uso, it's Carmelo Hayes. And I say that with as much respect as we can for the other guys. It's not Chad's time. It's not Andrade's time. And Drew doesn't need a Money in the Bank.
Andrade's doing his thing.
Yeah.
Chad's doing this thing with the Wyatt 6. Drew's doing this thing with Punk. LA Knight's doing this thing. What we need to remember is, yes, LA Knight's in the match, and he's already said if he wins it, he's going for Logan Paul.
Yeah. Again, that's another thing why I don't like that.
You're already in a rivalry with Logan Paul. If LA Knight doesn't win this, I'll stick money on it that he'll be in a match, whether it's the next pay-per-view or Mania, with Logan for the US title. So that's why, that's why I'm 50-50 on Yeet and yeah.
Yeah.
Jey hasn't really got anything going on. Not too much. And and with the new young gun lurking in the background, if he takes the case, cool, because that suits his character. That suits his character. It suits what they're doing with him at the minute. If Young Gun comes in and just takes their case from all 5 of them, my hat goes off to you. I'm shades. I wear sunglasses. I'll take them off for once.
Yeah.
This match is either going to be a really messy all over the place, or a pile of rubbish, or it's going to be one of the best Money in the Bank matches that we've ever had to date.
Yeah. All right. So
They've got one
before
chance to get it right.
they have. So before we get on to anything else, and kind of making any more predictions, guys, if you can do us a favor, obviously the first thing, subscribe to the channel. Obviously we're going to try and we're doing live streams at every pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call the damn thing, right? We're doing live streams for them, predictions, PLE pay-per-views, I don't care, right? we're doing live streams for them. We'll also do a midweek video. Obviously, next week's going to be a Marvel push because obviously we need to figure out what we're doing. But last week, or this week even, we dropped the Money in the Bank winners tier list. And boy, did that take a hell of a long time. One, to discuss who goes where. And two, I think we argued for 10 minutes about where Damian Sandow goes. All right? And
You
it was
can't
back and
call
forth
him
for a
that.
long
His
time.
name is Boff, bro. Go watch the episode.
What? Yeah, check the video out, drop it a like, and obviously go from there. But please, if you can, and if you want to do is just support the channel, then fully just give us a like, hit that notification bell so you know when our next video is out. Obviously the idea is we're going to do more predictions, more history videos. We're going to do stuff to do with main events as it comes along. We're going to kind of do some tier lists. Basically, we're going to try and smother the channel with just stuff interactive that people want to hear and see, and stuff that we're interested in. All right. But yeah. All right. Shades, Diggs, even you've been very, very quiet for a while now.
I've just listened to you boys.
What happened, brother?
I've
All
got
right,
an
what's your
opinion.
thoughts? All right,
I've got an
give us
opinion
your
about,
stuff.
as is known as himself.
All right. Is this
If
the
he
big question
does-
you were asking us?
No, not yet.
All right. Okay. Go on. Go back Carmelo then. Go for it.
But back Carmelo, or aka him, if he does win this Money in the Bank match tonight, for me, he will be, we used the line already, dark horse. He will be the ultimate dark horse to win this match tonight.
Yeah, fully.
Because he is the underdog there. He's there, in my eyes, only to fill a big spot. That is it. Other than that, I don't think he's going to win. But if he does win all day, it will be amazing and my head will explode.
Whoa.
So that's what I think about him tonight. If I'm right and it's true and he's there for a big spot, it sucks for him. But if he wins, oh my God, my jaw will hit the floor, my head will explode, and I may even pass out.
See, look,
I'm not giving you the kiss of life.
No, I'm not either. I tell you what though, what I agree with you almost to an extent, but I think if we've got anyone that's going to be there for just the spot moment, I think it's Andrade. I mean, look, let me just say something, right? Literally, remember when we were talking about doing the graphic, and I was like, I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing with Ricochet, because Ricochet was in the original graphic. So I was like, we'll figure out what we're doing. Ricochet was going to be that guy to do one of the big spots, and then kind of that's it. He's there to put on a big moment. I think Andrade is taking that moment, and I mean, if anyone's going to take that briefcase and run with it, I would rather it go to someone that's either up and coming, as in Carmelo Hayes. Actually, Carmelo Hayes. 1 second, one graphic. There we go. I would say, look, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade could have it, and I would say Gable, right? Because those three kind of need that additional. They need something extra. I would say the only one that actually.
I wouldn't say Gable needs it right now.
No, doesn't need it, but it would help a lot to get a title.
That's what I'm saying. So the ones that could actually cash in and benefit from it would be those three, right?
Yeah.
Jey definitely doesn't need a briefcase. Jey doesn't need a briefcase for the fans to be behind him.
Oh, the fans love Jey. Jey's the Yeet man. He's on fire right now. Same as the Yes man. He's on fire too right now. You know,
so that's what I'm saying. So Jey and LA Knight
on fire.
Don't need briefcase.
Same as the Dress man. He's on a rampage right now.
It's a kilt. Right?
It's called a kilt. Get your words right, boy. Kilt.
Right. Yes, Drew McIntyre again. He's in the match, but he doesn't need that Money in the Bank to make him more relevant.
No,
I would say if anyone needs that the most to make them relevant, it would be Andrade. But even that, I don't see happening. I think Andrade's there for the spots. Gable's going to be there because there's going to be a Wyatt 6 moment. And I reckon, as you said, the person, like the underdog, the person that you think may not get it, but has the biggest chance, is actually Carmelo Hayes. So if Carmelo Hayes does it, man, we've seen what he's like in NXT. And if we've only
Carmelo
seen
Hayes is amazing, mate. That boy's
Carmelo Hayes is
got
one.
attackers all day long.
Carmelo Hayes is probably one of the greatest up and coming superstars that WWE has had in a long time. Right? He gets drafted from NXT straight into mainstream, and his first match is with Cody Rhodes, who's the top dog of the company. Hold on a minute.
But we don't want to talk about that clunky moment where they both like springboard and missed each other. So there is good moments there, but that was I don't know what was going on.
Move forward from that. The fact that this guy is that up and coming and gets that match, and then has just been on this rampage so far with great matches, banger. I'm going to quote Sheamus: banger after banger after banger of matches, and now he's in the Money in the Bank. If he does win it, mate, I look forward to seeing like Raw and SmackDown, and just when is he going to? If he wins it, I don't think he'll have the case for long.
Oh no, he will.
No,
Carmelo Hayes is the kind of guy who will do in that case what I want done in that case. He will tease the crap out of it for months.
No, I don't see him doing that. I see him wanting gold.
That's why he's my ultimate dark horse, and if he wins it, I will be happy, shocked, and amazed all at the same time, because I eventually will get what I wanted for years with Money in the Bank, it used properly.
Yeah. I mean, look, let's go off the back of Damian Priest's last run. It was arguably, and I said this, the most stupidest Money in the Bank briefcase winner that we've ever had. The dude had like nearly 9 to 10 months of opportunities to cash in on an injured Seth Rollins. Oh yeah, and he did nothing.
My match was demolished. He didn't want to move, the poor guy. I think he could have come in with some bloke and copy him one straight away. Didn't bother.
Hold on, boys. Hold on. We have to throw into that the creative WWE side as well. Because obviously Damian's probably the amount of times if we had a chance to ask him, the big question is there any times where you've been in the back and wanted to go out there and cash it in, but you was told no, not today, not tonight? Because look at the moment it gave us at Mania. It gave us a big moment. So we can't just blame Priest for it. We have to also blame the writing.
He doesn't have to go out there and cash in, but he could have gone out there. His music could have hit, and he could have just walked out and held the briefcase up. He could have done something, and he done nothing. Nothing.
Walk out and tease it. Walk out, hold the face. This is what I've got. You're coming. I'm coming for you.
Boys,
you know who done more with that briefcase, right? Than Damian Priest on Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley. She done more with Damian Priest's briefcase than Damian Priest did with his own briefcase. Right?
Boy.
And she was a women's champion. It was terrible. So if Carmelo Hayes wins this briefcase tonight, we are definitely going to get the coming out cocky heel telling everyone that this is what's going to happen. I am cashing in at some point, and he's going to be on.
It will. And it'll be exciting. It'll be exhilarating. It'll be on your edge moment every week on SmackDown or Raw or wherever it's going to be every week.
Calm down. You're going rogue.
He's getting it. See, because he just wants a good Money in a Bank run. And to be honest,
we haven't had a good run in like 5 years. We need one badly.
I know.
The last 4 are atrocious in my eyes. Atrocious.
Let's get off the men's running. Move on. All right. I'll tell you a match that I'm looking forward to, and I can
bring it to me.
If this something doesn't happen in this match, I'm actually going to be pissed off. All right. Bron Breakker versus Sami Zayn.
Damn.
I'm gonna quickly jump in, right? For the IC title, I am telling you now, you don't put Bron Breakker in a match like this and then don't have him win it. Like, you don't have him win it. Like, Sami hasn't done much with the IC title. But
done a fair bit.
Yeah,
He's
but
done
he's not.
quite a lot. Hold on, Caps. You
Hang on.
just said Sami hasn't done a lot with the title. Hold on. He's done. It's not like he's just sat in the back like Roman Reigns' last year with the championship. Sitting in Miami on a beach somewhere. Credit where credit's due. He's at least defending the title on a regular basis.
Answer me this.
Hold on. If Breaker doesn't win the match tonight, it's only going to infuriate Breaker more to go spear more people in front of the announce table.
Right.
If Sami
answer
wins,
me this.
Go on.
Has Sami done anything to elevate it almost anywhere near Gunther?
Not quite yet. No.
He hasn't had it for that
Right.
that long amount of time.
So but in the time frame that Gunther had it to what Sami has had it, what have we had?
Not much. Triple threat, single match expenses. That's it, really.
That's it. Like, we've already had one story. So he's had his thing with Chad Gable, the Clash of the Castle at Scotland, and Zayn defeated Gable to retain, ending the feud. Since then, what have we had? Nothing. Right? Now, bearing in mind,
that's my opinion.
Bronson Reed has disappeared, and he would have been another perfect candidate for this title. They could have done it when you have a title, right, that's booked so well, and you've given it like life. Gunther done something with it and made it important, right? Once you finally get that,
Gunther held it for the longest time.
Quoting a line from the Gunther, which was I think the greatest champion for that title in the last 20 years.
Let me just throw this out here.
I have made this title the Workman's Championship.
Exactly.
It needs
Let me just
another
throw this
Workman
out here real quick, because I'm actually going to agree with Caps on this one. If you can't have the mini version of Brock Lesnar in a match, with for a championship caliber, and the way they've pushed Breaker that much, you can't push him anymore, or you'll be off the edge of the cliff. If he doesn't win, then I don't see what they're doing with him. I don't see why he's there. There's no point in having him there. But again, Sami loses, then no. Why Sami? Like, what's the point of what's Zayn gonna do next?
But look, this is my problem. You have Sami beat Gunther, and his first opponent after beating Gunther is Chad Gable. Now, I'm not against that, right? But since we've had this stuff going on, what's been more impressive and like in the build? Has it been Sami Zayn, or has it been the guys around him building themselves up, ready to go against Sami?
Yeah, the guys around him.
When you got Ludwig Kaiser, Bron Breakker, Sheamus, all battling it out, and then all of a sudden, Bron's the one that goes after Sami. Surely you would have made that a fatal four-way.
A match
for this. Like, do you know what I'm saying? That it's like they've missed the ball on it. Bron's in this match now, and I feel Bron dropping that title. Sami dropping that title to Bron. Bron's going to be the one to elevate it because the people that he will go against.
Let Shades jump in here. I can see a prediction for the future, not tonight. Yeah, this is a future prediction. If Breaker wins the title, the next match that needs to happen is Ludwig Kaiser, whatever he's Kaiser. Yeah, and Breaker.
I can see
one-on-one. Make it a street fight, make it something, make it a tables match. Who cares? You've got Breaker running around the ring, at 30 miles an hour, spearing dudes in half, and you've got Ludwig Kaiser running around the ring at 29 miles an hour, putting people's heads into ring steps.
That's what I'm saying. Like, for crying out loud, like how much more can you physically do? Like, these guys want to collide with each other.
The future needs to be, if Breaker wins tonight, then it needs to be Bron Breaker and Kaiser in a street fight.
I mean,
but I'll jump in quickly. Kaiser at the moment has got a dead-on battle of egos for Europe against the man you said earlier, Sheamus, right now.
Yeah.
He comes to come back from his injury with his broken ribs.
So, stick all three of them in the match. Stick
That's
all
what
of them in a triple threat
They should have
match.
put these three guys in this match with Sami Zayn. That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
they
Innit?
haven't.
Like, why are we getting a one-on-one?
Well, they haven't, have they? Because they've left their ball at the park and gone, oh no, we don't know what to do now. So in the future, my prediction is Breaker wins. Yeah, and the next pay-per-view, come at me if it's Royal Rumble, right?
No, not yet.
No.
What's the next one?
Royal
SummerSlam.
Rumble's like February. That's,
I know. I'm a
What are
hype
you doing?
man. What's the next one?
SummerSlam's next. SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, I can see it
I
being
promise you, we're
triple threat
professional.
Sheamus, Breaker, and Kaiser in an all-out, rolling brute street fight.
Yeah. Look, I'm not against that. Look, I'm happy for it to happen, but for crying out loud, just give Breaker this moment. Like, it needs to happen.
I think we're in agreement, boys. We all like Sami Zayn, but we all want man himself, Braun Breaker to win it. I think we're in agreement here, yeah?
That's
Sami needs
why.
to go on holiday and come back and go for like the US title
I'll tell you what as well.
or something. He needs something else.
Sami Zayn is actually getting ready. I believe, guys in the comments, tell me if I'm correct, please. But I know Sami Zayn is doing some comedy tours, and I think I don't know if he's I don't know if he's taking time off, but I know he is doing comedy tours. So obviously, if he's not, when we've been to house shows,
he's done one on Wednesday night in his hometown. So yeah.
So I mean, if they let him do like a nice little loop of it and then kind of incorporate it,
I would love to go to one of these shows.
I could see. That's what I'm saying though, is them using the comedy shows or whatever it is, like Sami Zayn or Friends. Then that way, if Bron is the one that takes the title, Bron keeps that title occupied, and that gives Sami Zayn more time to kind of free up time to do that, and he hasn't got to be on the road.
Bron needs, on that note, because I forgot about that, on that, Breaker's definitely winning tonight, because Sami's got his plate full.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I feel like that could be why, you know.
Right. My
is it a unanimous decision, by the way?
I think for all of us on Breaker's winning, unless one of you come forward and say, "Oh, the fellow Ginger is going to win."
The only way
to win it, but no.
The only way I can see Sami winning is if I really do think like there will be like an interruption in a match or something like that. But I don't want too many of them, because then we're going to get overclouded with. Do you remember when, for example, with Sheamus? Do you remember when Sheamus come out and interrupted this match, and then the following match, CM Punk come out and he interrupted this one in the same match? How come the way at 6? Like, we don't need that too much. Once I'm done, and that's enough.
Right. So are we all for Breaker winning? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anonymous, mate. All good.
All right. Let me give you the next match.
One second. We're all going rogue. 1 second. Now be a great moment to thank our sponsor for the video.
Right. Would you want me to do the spiel? All right, guys.
Tell them about Rogue, because we're all going rogue for Money in the Bank, so everyone can go rogue for us.
All right, guys. Look, unleash your potential with Rogue Energy. It's the premium energy drink that fuels your focus, whether you're streaming, gaming, working, or if you're hitting the gym. There's no jitters, just sustained energy. Elevate your day with Rogue. Use the code The Hounds at checkout for 10% off. You can use that code, by the way, as many times as you want at the checkout. Like once per order. However, you can use it numerous times every time you order.
One thing I will say, they haven't got a lot of canned flavors, and I'm going to bang on the table. I do like their cans. There's about 6 cans, but there's plenty of tubs. If you will find a flavor that you like, and it supports us doing this for you, and it gets you a nice discount at the end, and it's a great alternative to some of the unhealthier energy drink sides. Can't quote names, but you all know who they are. Go and pick up some Rogue, because this stuff is just great. Now, moving on.
Use the code The Hounds. Moving on, let's go into. I'll tell you what. Let's do the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So the participants in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, we do have Iyo Sky, Chelsea Green, Lyra Valkyria, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Zoey Stark. All right, guys, same question again. First one to get their fingertips on the briefcase and the winner. I want to start though because I feel like I know who's going to win it. I don't want to make it a spoiler, but I think the first person who's going to get their fingertips on the briefcase is going to be Chelsea Green, and I think the winner is going to be Tiffany Stratton. However, if that's reversed and Tiffany Stratton's the first person to get her fingers on top of the briefcase, but Chelsea Green gets the Money in the Bank briefcase, I'm not against it. I feel like that'd be like I'm all for that. What either of them winning, I'm happy. But yeah, it's quick and easy for me. Like that too, I feel is going to be there. So I'll put a graphic up again if you're not sure. Who went first last time?
That was me.
That was Shade first. I'll go next if you want.
Go for it.
For me, I think it's going to be Iyo Sky touch the case first.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to say the winner for me, the new Irish badass herself, is going to take home the Money in the Bank tonight. That is my prediction. Short and sweet. Over to you, Shades.
Hang on. We can't just drop that bombshell and then not give the reason. Like why I think Lyra is that the Carmelo Hayes for the men's one. I think he's such an underdog that it's the possibility of it happening in the match is more likely than anyone else.
Don't ruin my bombshell, please.
No, you've got your favourite, right? However, the underdog in these matches make more sense.
In my eyes, I don't see the new Irish badass as the underdog. At the moment, she's on fire. She's banging matches at galore. Got victories galore. I don't see her as the underdog in this match.
Who do you see in this match as the underdog?
Put the card up.
Dude, don't ask that question. Come on, it's obvious who the underdog is.
Put the card up. Hold on. Put the card up. Let me jump in here.
The underdog here is Chelsea Green, dude.
No, I think she's got more of a chance of winning.
No, never.
Can you imagine Chelsea Green with that briefcase?
If Chelsea Green wins, it'd be good, yeah? But no, mate. If she wins, I'll have a heart attack. I'll have a heart attack. Call it 999, here we go. He wins
No, it's more like 999, here we wait.
Who do you think's the underdog? You think Chelsea Green's the underdog?
Yeah, I do.
Naomi. No, not Naomi, man.
Nah, you're
crazy. Naomi's taking this case.
You need to clean your shades, mate. Naomi ain't the underdog in this.
No, never. Never.
Hold on. The underdog is going to be Damage Control for sure.
No, I don't see it.
That's come on, you're not going to come to me and tell me that Zoey Stark, probably the strongest person there is the underdog.
I'm not. No, I think it's Lyra. I think it's
Chelsea Green. So we're both different here. I think the new Irish badass is going to win it tonight. Lyra Valkyria is a badass right now.
Hold on a minute. Screw all of this. Both you be quiet. The underdog, is the ladders. All right, the underdog is the ladders.
So Deeks, who did you say fingertips first?
I said fingertips first would be I forgot her name now.
Did you say Iyo, Tiffany?
Yeah, Iyo Sky. Sorry, yeah, Iyo Sky.
Iyo Sky, yeah. All right. So I want you to elaborate it though. So Iyo Sky fingertips, fine. Why do you think Lyra
fingertips? Lyra, because at the moment she's hot, she's on fire, she's winning matches galore. She's having good matches as well. So I think Lyra Valkyria, the new Irish badass, is going to win it.
All right, that's valid. Like, I'm not against that. I'm really not against that at all. I would love to see
and
that
I
happen.
think if she wins the case, she will do a lot of things with it again as well. It'll be another good run with the case.
No.
Yeah, but I don't. I tell you what. This is why. See, this is where I'm really conflicted. Lyra having it would be good, right? It'd be a good moment, like a good feel-good moment. However, can you see her really talking on a mic, trash talking on a mic, the same way someone like Tiffany Stratton would?
No, I can't see her doing the same thing, but I can see her doing her own version of it.
I think she's too faced to be too much in a face role, like and booked that way. That she's too nice.
We got to think though. When was the last time we had a face as the Money in the Bank?
Money in the Bank only work if they can talk on a microphone.
Lyra can talk. She's got good promo skills. She doesn't get a chance to use them.
Right.
Let Shade get involved. Otherwise, you're gonna fucking explode in a minute. Go on.
It's Tiffy time.
Okay. Is that what you wanted to say?
Yes. Oh. It's Tiffy time. Right, who's going to touch the Money in the Bank briefcase women edition first? Naomi will touch it.
Yeah. So I can see that.
My prediction.
Yeah.
And Tiffy will win it. It's Tiffy time. They've done so much with Tiffany, but what has she actually accomplished? Nothing.
Oh, Tiffany?
Yeah, she just looks at her wrist and points at it. Let's give her something to have Tiffy time for. Think of the lines she can use. I'll cash in my Money in the Bank when it's Tiffy time.
That's why I think she's got it.
Time.
I mean, look.
Who cares? Lyra Valkyria. I'm sorry to say it. Great in the ring. But on the mic hasn't been the best. Maybe she hasn't, as Deke said, maybe she hasn't been given, time to pick up a microphone. But, just going off.
I follow NXT quite well, and I watched her through NXT, and her mic skills in NXT were amazing.
Be quiet.
So,
I would say, hang on. I would say, right, that the only thing where I feel it may not be Stratton's is because she has kind of
formed a weird alliance.
Hang on. No, because she has formed like this weird alliance with Nia Jax. Yeah. So we know obviously Tiffany Stratton has formed an alliance with Nia Jax. So
maybe Nia's going to get involved in the match and help her.
No, we've just said that's going to happen in the other two matches.
Well, it could be.
I'm glad you're not booking the show. Fuck me.
If it was a lot of women's charge, bloody hell.
Don't swear, we're live.
Oh, yeah. 3 matches and you want 3 interferences.
I'm not saying I want them. I'm just saying it looks like that could happen, couldn't it?
It's not happening 3 times.
Right.
But
who is your prediction for the match? Who do you think will win?
I said already. Are you not listening?
I am listening. Who do you think will win?
It's either Tiffany Stratton or Chelsea Green.
Cool. Deeks, who do you think will win?
We've done this.
Lyra Valkyria will win.
How can it be Lyra?
In my opinion.
He's like putting bathrobe in the Money in the Bank match.
You and Damian Sandow, man.
Anyway, move on. Next topic, please.
Yeah, hang on. I was trying to lead into an actual proper point here. Tiffany Stratton has formed some kind of an alliance with Nia Jax. So if there's something more to this, right, and obviously it's to do with like a women's tag or something like that, then let's say, for example, that takes out Tiffany Stratton from the not the card, but obviously like the match itself. Right, and we kind of do by process of elimination. It would be, let's say, so Tiffany's out. I don't think it's going to be Naomi's time. Honestly, I think Stark's there to do some heavy lifting. Then that kind of leaves Iyo, Lyra, and Chelsea Green.
For me, Io's there just for some spots again. Unfortunately,
with Naomi,
same as Naomi.
Mm-hmm. Which is why
it's going to be one of the 4 girls in the middle or on the right of the screen. On the one on the left are just there for spots, I think.
It's Tiffy time, and that's final.
So I reckon. So by process of elimination, right? I think one of the 3 are there. So it's either going to be Lyra or Tiffany of the up and comers, or I think it would be Chelsea Green. I feel like those 3 on the right side of the screen, kind of make the most sense. Diggs, thoughts?
No, I agree with you, mate. I agree all that way along. I think as I said, the two on the left and middle are there for spots and powerlifting. The two on the top and the one on the right are there for possibly winning the match. So yeah, I think that's what I think. I think it's going to be two breakout stars going at it from NXT. Both come out this year to WWE. I got to go at it. I think one of them two are going to win it, possibly. Tiffany Stratton or as I said, 4 times now. The 5th time's the charm. The new Irish badass to win. So
No.
yeah,
You realise the more times you say it, right, that doesn't mean it's going to happen.
I know. I'm hoping it catches on and comes into WWE. So yeah.
I hope so.
Bro, if we're going on saying it enough times, tippy time. There you go. Now I'm at the same level.
Loads of times, tippy time. I'm trying to make a new stay in
It's
here.
tippy time.
You do. I would say though, the reaction that Tiffany got from Elimination Chamber, when she went out, the WWE got met with a lot of boos.
Yeah, good.
I would say, let's face it, right? The 3 people, I think the 3 hot people in this match that WWE could kind of really utilize and use in the right way really are Lyra Valkyria, Tiffany Stratton, and Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
Like, I think all 3 of them, all for different reasons. Like Tiffany for like the heel run. Hang on. Tiffany Stratton for like the heel run, as obviously it's Tiffy time. I'll do it when I want. And then obviously you got Lyra as the face kind of. I can do it when I want. Maybe she could have a heel turn in that. Maybe, I don't know. It'll be interesting it's always interesting when you have like a face kind of carrying a Money in the Bank briefcase. And then obviously we've got Chelsea Green, who I think the thing is, I'm very partial to Chelsea Green having it with her character because she explains a lot.
Chelsea Green is not ready yet for the Money in the Bank.
I highly disagree.
No, she's not ready to be carrying the case around.
Chelsea's got skills. She's not.
Hang on.
Got skills, but I don't think.
So you're fine with Damian Priest having it, but Chelsea Green having it's a problem. She's going to make it more important than Damian Priest.
Hold on a minute. I'm not fine with the way Damian had it, but I'm trying to come at it from a different angle, a different perspective. Look at it through a different glass, if you will.
Right,
Damian's run was rubbish, but you can't put it down to just Damian. That's also the writing team.
Yes,
that's also the creative. That's also the board of directors. That's also, whoever sits in Stanford.
But from a perspective of knowing that someone's injured in the ring and you have a briefcase for literally the match there at any given moment, all you got to do is run out with a damn referee.
Yeah.
Right? And it took him 10 months to actually figure out, I can walk out during the match.
Oh, yeah.
Come on
because
now.
They wanted to save it for Mania and have the big Mania. Anyway, moving on from the past.
I scream BS with that.
Time.
So, look, Tiffany, Lyra, or Chelsea, I think those are the 3 that have the most potential.
Shades is about to explode.
Good. Forget, I have power to kick you out of this stream.
Huh?
I got power to remove you from this stream.
I will gang up on you with all of the viewers.
You'll comment dangerously in this comment section.
Kind of rogue. We will go rogue on you like the Ultimate Warrior did.
All right. And not get started on Warrior. All right. Look, next match. 1, 2. All right. Let's get on to one that I think is going to be very interesting. There is a stipulation because we've been bitching about him so much. Let's bring him to the conversation and to the table. We've got Damian Priest versus Seth freaking Rollins. Now, guys, there is a stipulation for this. All right, this is the last chance for the World Heavyweight Championship. If Priest wins, Rollins can never challenge for the title again as long as Priest is the champion. If Rollins wins, Priest must leave the Judgment Day.
Where do I begin?
Like this is going to be interesting. I'll let you go first because you're already speaking.
Where do I begin? You have one of the biggest stipulations we've had in a long time.
Right,
put the graphic up. Give me the graphic. I want the graphic. Where's the graphic?
It's coming. There you go.
Look at that. You have the World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest. 10 months it took.
Yeah, go on.
Fine. And then you have Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah.
Can Damian stand on his own 2 feet, boys? Because my prediction is we need to find out because Seth is taking his title back.
No. All right. Why is he taking his title back?
Oh, it's Seth Rollins, man.
That means nothing.
What do you mean it means nothing? It's Seth freaking Rollins. He's massive. He's much bigger than Damian Priest. I actually think that Seth will take the title back tonight because I think that Damian's going to break away from the sheer explosion that Judgment Day have had because you've got Liv Morgan going after Dominic, like a puppy in an adoption place.
All right. Hang on. I'll elaborate on more in a minute. Right, Deeks, I want your thoughts.
Unfortunately, I don't want to do it, but I've got to agree with Shades.
Thank you. God, that must have hurt.
What is going on in his stream?
I don't like agreeing with Shades because Shades is normally wrong, but yeah.
Shades is normally wrong.
What a bold statement. That's probably the strongest statement that you've made this entire stream. Carry on.
Yeah. I only think Priest cashed in and got the money, his money in the bank, and got the title to hold it for a couple of months, so the main man himself could get time off to relax his back up a little bit, heat up a bit, to come back and do another run.
Do you think he's transitioned it from himself back to himself?
Yeah.
No.
Damn right. Seth's taking this
Seth Rollins
because Damian needs to go stand on his own.
He'll do back up a little bit just to come back, kick the crap out of Priesty and win the match and get his title back. And at the same time, try and demolish the Judgment Day all at once.
So effectively, you're saying that Damian Priest's run with that title is futile. It's of no purpose other than to give Seth Rollins it back after.
Yeah.
All right, hang on. This is my question. Hang on, this is my question because you can answer this leading into your shit, right? Seth Rollins wins. Damian Priest leaves the Judgment Day, right?
Yes.
What does that do? What does that do for the Judgment Day? Other than put Seth Rollins back over, what does it do for the Judgment Day?
Nothing, because the Judgment Day don't need nothing. All the Judgment... I'm sorry, but for the past 3 weeks, maybe the past month, all the Judgment Day have bothered to do is play WWE 2K24 with Liv Morgan.
Right. That's no difference to what you've done for the last 3 weeks.
I don't play WWE 2K24. I play a different game now.
But that's my point. Like,
hold on. Moving on from that and my hobbies aside, the Judgment Day needs needs to disband. The Judgment Day is finished. The Judgment Day is done. I don't see the Judgment Day doing anything cool anymore.
I'm gonna jump in here, boys. Judgment Day, I like, but ever since the former women's champion Rhea Ripley got injured, the Judgment Day has fell to pieces. They're collapsing around each other. They're not working properly together. They're falling apart. That's why I think temporarily they're going to disband. Rhea's going to come back and go, wait, you guys, sort yourself out. We're back together. We're going to destroy again.
You guys are
Until
missing
Rhea comes back, Judgment Day is going to be disbanded temporarily.
No. Right.
Because without Rhea Ripley, the Judgment Day is, at the moment, in pieces. They're struggling to win matches. They're falling apart.
Yep.
Communication's bad.
Right.
Because of who? Because of who? Going to be disbanded.
Yes, but all of this is happening because of who? Who's to blame there? Is it Judgment Day or is it one person in particular?
Both. Judgment Day shouldn't have relied on one person to be in charge of the group and control everything. But two, Liv Morgan was the one that screwed it all up in the first place.
Right. Now you're getting to the bigger point, right? having everything going on, Damian Priest, let's say, this is my arm looking at it. Priest retains and Seth can no longer go for the title, right? Seth is going to do as much as he can to have Damian Priest lose that title so he can go back after it. Because to Seth, that title was of importance, right? He was the first one to win it, and he's the first one to try and give it like life. That person stopping him after, let's say, for example, he loses, he stopped himself in the process because he couldn't get the job done. So who's going to help Damian Priest to stay champion so Seth, he doesn't have a threat? Judgment Day, right? So in my eyes, Judgment Day are going to do something today to prove they are strong enough. It's not the Liv Morgan stuff. It's just to contrast what's going on with Dominic and Rhea Ripley. But all the rest of the Judgment Day, yes, are involved in that. And basically, Liv is playing. She's playing mind games with them, and it's not a mind game for the Judgment Day. She's using the Judgment Day as a way to play mind games with with Rhea Ripley. That is what this is. It's the build up for Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Judgment Day are just a part of what's happening.
I have to retract a statement. I said the Judgment Day haven't done nothing, but quote me if I'm wrong, they're currently tag team champions.
Exactly.
Because of Liv, yes, because of Liv.
Because of Liv. This is what I'm saying. Like, you need to see a bigger picture.
Yeah, but they don't need Damian Priest. Maybe it's Damian Priest's time to go stand on his own 2 feet and be a big boy and put his big boy shoes on.
Since Priest has been champion and the Judgment Day have got involved in his matches, right? A prime example, Backlash. Backlash was
prime
there.
Example.
Hang on. Backlash happened. Priest almost lost that title, but because of either Finn or JD McDonough, they put his foot on the rope, right? And obviously the refs see it and stop the count. After that match, he realized that he needed them, right? But instead of admitting that, what did he do?
Yeah,
he put them in their place, right?
Yeah.
The minute they started attacking Jey Uso, what did he do? He pulled them off them and told them to stand in their position. So he's trying to prove that he doesn't need them, but in fact, he needs them. That's the point.
Yeah. No, I get the point.
He
I get
can't
the point
do it on his own. He physically can't do it on his own. And we've seen that. We're going to get that build until Rhea comes back. Rhea is Rhea is the leader of the Judgment Day.
She's the glue. She's the glue. Yeah.
Right? And without her, they're falling apart.
Yeah, they are.
Liv Morgan has caused all of this to happen.
Yeah.
So who's going to be the person to fix the problem? Rhea Ripley. So I think Liv is going to be there and she's going to help Priest along with Finn and JD and Dom in this. So I think this match is only going one way, and that's Damian Priest way. I don't think Seth.
One, if I'm not mistaken.
Go on.
I said it's 2 against 1 then.
Mm-hmm. But that's how I see it.
So yeah. No, I see your point of view. Point of view perfectly. I'm just saying. I think temporarily going to be just blended temporarily. Lives and when Rhea Ripley comes back, she's going to whip the boys into shape, literally, physically, and probably mentally whip them into shape. And Judgment Day is going to reappear, bigger and badder and meaner than ever.
Right. My question is this: if
the temporary disbandment will help them, I think.
I think that will cause more damage. So let's look at it from this side of view, right? From this perspective. Currently, you have Priest as champion. So Priest loses to Seth, right? So Priest is literally out of Judgment Day, right? So now you've got Judgment Day already being run and looked at and dealt with by Liv Morgan. So Liv Morgan is now in charge of Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and a Roman Carlito. Right?
Yeah.
Dom is too busy and too contrasted and inflicted with what's going on with Liv Morgan. The only reason that JD and Finn won that tag title is because of Liv Morgan. Carlito is the only one kind of floating around. So if you take out Priest, the only person that's trying to put them in their position, that's already a disbandment of the Judgment Day. They don't need to break up because it's already happening. It's a slow burn. The reason, if they break them up, Rhea isn't going to go like, whoa, I'm going to put us back together. It's redundant. Because if they were strong enough at the first time, they wouldn't have broken up. I just don't see them breaking up for them to put them back together to break them up again. What's this? The Shield. Like, and that was bad enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense to disband them. Doesn't make sense to disband them, to put them back together again, to later down the line disband them again.
It's happened in the past though. We have a great group. DX, they've been together, broken up, broken up.
Right.
So it's possible.
So the first time we had DX, it was Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Chyna. Right?
Yep.
Shawn left. Triple H was left in charge. It was him and Chyna. Then we got X-Pac and the New Age Outlaws. After we had that version of them, right? They all went, and then when it was rebranded again, and they come back together, it was Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Which one do you prefer?
I prefer Triple H and Shawn Michaels on their own.
Yeah.
Right. So what version is that? 2005 or 6 onwards? Because that was when they were that was when they were more PG. Like the Degeneration X at the beginning was one of the best.
I prefer the Xbox one myself.
Right. That's what I'm. So you prefer the second
Xbox,
the second integration. So that's what I'm saying. It's you get yourself like when you have different incarnations and shit. It's harder to kind of pick which one. Obviously, with the Judgment Day,
but it makes different legends and different stories and different formats of one group. You know what I mean? It's happened with other groups as well. DX is the main one. Was that happening recently and in the past with LWO? It's happened recently it's happened not recently in the past with the NWO. You know what I mean? There's been many different units and units and designs of one unit of people.
Right, but my question is this: when was the last time that the person that was the glue that went missing was a woman?
Never.
Exactly.
If I'm wrong, put it in the chat, please. But yeah, I think never. In my experience and memories.
Now would be a good minute to say, if you disagree with anything we've said, or you agree with us, or you want to voice an opinion that we haven't said, or maybe a prediction route that we've said that you have a different angle for, let us know down below, and we will reply to you and talk to you, and we want to know what you think.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, like if you want to comment, basically the minute you comment, you can whack it up, and obviously we can respond to what you're saying. And then obviously that will lead us in another discussion, and hopefully maybe shed some light. I mean, do you think Judgment Day are gonna disband if Priest goes? Because it seems like you guys seem to think that Judgment Day, the minute Priest leaves, Judgment Day is over.
Now, there's two ways of looking at the Judgment Day, and I'll say it quickly so we can move on to the next match.
Mm-hmm.
If Priest loses and has to walk away from the Judgment Day, that gives Liv so much room to just take over for then Rhea to come back, and then you've still got the Rhea Liv for maybe the stipulation being leader of Judgment.
No, because that's not the stipulation, it's the title.
I'm on about future. So Priest loses tonight, walks away. Rhea comes back, and then the match for the title with another stipulation of whoever wins is the new leader of the Judgment Day.
Right. But Liv isn't saying she's the leader of the Judgment Day.
Not yet.
No, but we're saying she could be tonight if Priest loses. But the idea isn't for Liv to be the leader of the Judgment Day. That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like you're looking at it from a cloudy perspective. Liv isn't there to cause problems and lead the Judgment Day. Liv is there to damage the Judgment Day. She doesn't want to lead it. She wants to damage it. Yeah,
she's already doing it.
She's technically not damaging it. She's technically helping them by winning matches.
Right. But this is so by her damaging certain parts of the Judgment Day, right? As 1 minute they're not doing nothing, and then she helps them win the title. Then she's not going to help them do anything, and then she's going to help them do something else. Like she's causing damage, and the damage that's being done is to Rhea Ripley, because Rhea Ripley can't do nothing. That's what I'm saying. So she's helping them in a way, but at the same time, it's not a help where, I mean, look go back to when the guys won the titles. They were shocked. Liv come out and she put her title in the middle of them, like, this happened because of me. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's damaging from a different perspective, not I'm breaking news up.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm looking at it that way. So when Liv comes back, it's not going to be about who's in control of Judgment Day. It's going to be
when
about
Liv comes back. Do you
sorry,
mean when
Rhea
Rhea
comes back? It's going to be about getting Liv away from the Judgment Day. It's not going to be the same situation as winner takes over the Judgment Day, because I mean it doesn't say that in the stipulation that Damian Priest can't come back, but at the same time, like, do you know what I mean? There has to be some reason.
No, I see your point. I see your point of view. It makes sense. I see your point of view.
I see your point of view as well, but we're just going to have to wait and see what happens tonight. Now, what's the next line?
And I was going to ask, if Rollins wins, right, and Priest leaves the Judgment Day, what's next for Damian Priest?
I will say probably a Rampage.
I would say catering.
I think kick it into a new gear and start destroying people with left, right, center.
Did you say catering?
Yeah. Someone's going to hit catering so damn quickly, ain't going to have nothing else to do.
No, I think it'd be awesome. I think you kick it into new gear, get a bit more angry, a bit more aggressive, and start destroying people.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. I think the main reason why I want Priest to stay as the champion is Rollins has had his moment with it, right? And I'm not against like people coming in and saying like that I want that title match and stuff like that. Sometimes it can work, and obviously as a former champion, I think if they brought back the rematch clause as a stipulation, I think it would feed better. But obviously that isn't the situation here. That isn't the situation here. But the rematch clause, I think, is a great way to have like, okay, one more match, because it leads to something. But
put it
Seth
this way, I think we're looking forward to seeing this match.
Yeah, but Seth doesn't.
That's not what you said there. Rematch clause. We haven't seen a rematch clause in a contract in about 2 or 3 years.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Let me jump in here. Seth Rollins didn't really initiate a rematch clause. Damian
that's what I'm saying.
Gave him the title
this is what
shot.
It feels. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It feels like if they had a rematch. This is what I'm saying. If with a rematch clause, Steph can come out and say, "I want a shot at that title. I'm worthy of it because I'm entitled to it." Right? Damian Priest is in a position in this scenario, basically saying, "You can't beat me. I will put my title on the line because you're not going to beat me." Right? It's different. But I'm saying with the rematch clause, a rematch clause being used, this is good. Like that would be better. Because then Seth can come out and say this. Then we get this moment of, you can't beat me. This moment happening now with, if I win, you can't have the title match and you can't have a title shot anymore. If you win, I leave the Judgment Day. This stipulation feels so way out there. It's like they've been in this feud already, and this is like the end stipulation. We're getting this big end stipulation at the beginning.
Yeah.
So it just feels like we're jumping ahead to where the end of this is. Like, and that's why I don't like it. And I think that's why Priest has to win. Because if Priest doesn't win and Seth wins, the whole 10-month fucking reign that we've had of Damian Priest running around with his briefcase being absolutely useless, culminated at Money in the Bank for what reason? No reason whatsoever. Because his second title defense, the guy loses it to the person that was the original champion. It's stupid. Absolutely ridiculous. It's such a bad booking. Which is why I feel like, do you know what I mean? It's such. Is it second or third?
Third. First one was Uso. Second one was Director.
Oh, yeah, okay, when Priest.
Oh yeah. Yeah, right. So this is what I'm saying. Like, even for the third one, you think that's acceptable? You carry a Money in the Bank briefcase for 10 months, right? And then you finally cash in on someone that's just won the title, and then you hold that title for, you have three matches to defend it, and then on your third defense, you lose it to the original champion.
Yeah.
That doesn't look good on the person that's carrying that title.
Yeah.
It's true. They don't look good. But, as I said earlier, I think they've done it on purpose just to give the man a rest to get his back belt. Because he was struggling for months with his back. And we all know it.
Yeah, I know. But do we really need another Seth Rollins run with that title for now?
Don't need
Do
it.
we
But
really need that?
he doesn't need it. He's hot without it. But it makes sense, dude. Not being nasty to the guy. I like the champion we've got right now. He's doing a decent job, but it's Seth freaking Rollins. The man's on fire. Everyone loves him. Even people hate him, love him. You know, it's just
I don't
Seth
know.
Rollins.
I'll be honest. I don't want Seth to touch that title again for another at least 3 months, if not more.
No, I get it. I know Seth doesn't need a title. He doesn't need it at all. He's done, mate. He's a legend already. Do they think that Priest can hold the title for 3, 4, 5 months?
Yeah. Arguably,
or they think
I know this is
Seth
going to be a
needs a little
controversial
break,
take.
get off him for a little while, and get back to him again.
This is going to be a controversial take, right? As bad as he was as a Money in the Bank briefcase holder, I would say I think I've actually preferred Damian Priest's run as a champion to Cody's run as a champion. Look, that silence speaks volumes. I mean, Shade's even muted himself. He doesn't want to speak, right? But I just feel like that Damian Priest has had a better run, and it's not been that great. And what does that say about Cody? I mean, Cody's 3 months into his reign, and he's already still feuding with the Bloodline. Like that was done at WrestleMania.
The problem with
We're going to get onto that in a minute. Hang on, we're going to get onto that in a minute. But
I decline to provide a comment on this.
I just feel
leave my baby boy alone.
I just feel like you can't give Priest a moment to. If you want wrestlers to stand out, right, you have to allow them to stand out. And sometimes your favorite wrestler has to take a back seat. That's how you make new stars, right? Seth was injured. Drew was carrying that title for all of 5 minutes? Priest cashed in. Okay, he finally cashed in after 10 months. Wasn't the best, but it was a good moment to cash in. Now let's see what he can do with the title. He's had a couple of defenses. All of them have been helped through the Judgment Day. Now, if the story is he can't do it without the Judgment Day, then they're booking Priest into a corner. If the story is he wants to prove that he can do it without the Judgment Day, and it gets to a moment where he says, you are banned from ringside, it's making Priest a stronger person. So kicking him out of Judgment Day isn't going to help because he's not in a position at the moment where he can do it without them. We've seen that twice.
Yeah, it's true.
So
it's
him
true.
dropping it to Seth is a bad idea. That's how I'm looking at it. Him dropping it back to the original champion makes no sense. Like this whole thing is just messed. Like it just doesn't make sense.
No, you're making sense. You're making sense. If you guys out there watching today, please comment in the comments if you agree with us, disagree with us, or have your own spin on this. We want to hear it. We can maybe discuss it at another date.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's not just this, obviously, that you want to talk about. If you do want to talk about anything else that we've been talking about in the build up to this, entirely. As I said, we have done a Money in the Bank winners tier list. Obviously, that was a long conversation. Shut up. Obviously, picking who goes where. Then obviously, guys, jump in on that. Give the YouTube channel a subscribe. Or I know a lot of you actually are coming over from Twitter, right? So if you are coming from over there, then please just give us a follow, and we will follow back. And then obviously, as we're talking wrestling and live streaming wrestling, and talking about our views and stuff like that as we go along, then follow us on there, and we'll chat more wrestling over on that social media platform.
And if you guys out there got any topics you want us to discuss, we may have thought of yet, drop it in there, and we can think about it and try and we can do something with it.
100%, because that's another video idea. So you do have video ideas, guys. Follow us on X, follow us on subscribe to us on social media, on YouTube even, and then obviously drop us a comment, and then we'll try and get a video done, and obviously we'll tag you in the process. All right, let's get to this last match, guys.
Yes, please.
Of find a graphic. Where it is there?
While you get the graphic up, when you watch the Money in the Bank tier list on there, I'm very specific in giving our viewers, followers, subscribers a task. Team up on me against these two to get Bathrobe moved down into the lowest possible tier list. If you can do that, that'll be great. And Shades will love you forever.
It's not happening. Sorry, it's not happening. Let's get to this tag match. All right,
Before we kick off with any discussion about this match, I'm going to bring up one little point about this match.
Okay, go for it.
Current watching of the Bloodline is bringing back thoughts of an old team being put into currently Bloodline. Now, opinions from you guys, I want to hear it. Opinions from you guys out there in the universe, I want to hear it. Do you see what I'm seeing, or am I seeing things?
I see something. Now, hold on.
Shades, hush a second.
Shades, shush a sec.
Do you see what I see right now in the Bloodline? A new version or a tweaked version of the Shield in the Bloodline right now.
Are you talking about with Tama Tonga, Tonga Lower, kind of those two, and then with Jacob Fatu kind of being that middle guy?
Yeah.
Seth being, I can see the similarity. I really can.
So I'm not mad. I'm not seeing things. I am seeing things. I am seeing this.
I thought you was going to bring up something else on the other side of the ring.
Not yet. You can do that. You can do that in a minute if you want. But yeah,
hang on.
If I'm seeing things or I'm delusional right now, let me know, guys. But I think I'm seeing a reincarnation of the Shield in Bloodline.
I can see it. I really can see it, and I wouldn't be against them using a triple power one. As like a
they've used it.
Ours.
Well, they've used the triple power bomb. Paul Heyman's Paul's broken in half.
You know, so yeah, I don't know if I'm seeing things or I'm delusional or imagining it or wanting to see things. I don't know, but that's my opinion. I'll throw it over to you two boys, Shades.
On the basis of seeing things and opinions, to bring up the graphic and let's look at the left side. We have Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton now. Yes, Kevin Owens wasn't in their group at the time, but what was the group's name, Rob?
Legacy.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're seeing a legacy. We're seeing a Shield. I'm seeing, I was going to bring up, the whole Sierra Hotel Indigo, that Deeks has brought up, but we're seeing some old faces coming together on the other side of the ring. Yes, Kevin Owens is like the substitute for Ted DiBiase.
Yeah. Oh, I mean that's a strong statement. Jesus.
Yeah, that is a strong statement. That is strong.
All right, look, I would say there's a reason why we're getting something right on this side, on the left side. Wait, sorry, wrong one. On the left side, okay. So we've got the new Bloodline, the Bloodline 2.0, 3.0, new improved, whatever you want to call it, right? Arguably, I think this is going to be a stronger Bloodline than when it was just Roman, Jimmy, and Jey. Because
this feels like it lives up to Bloodline.
No. This is why I feel like it's stronger, because the four guys on the right that are currently in the Bloodline have one thing, right? Now, bearing in mind, when Roman was in charge, yeah, Roman led by example, and he was like, "You're doing things my way, and that's it." Yeah. Solo is in a position where he's like, we're doing whatever. We are doing whatever. Right? So you've got Tama Tonga, Tonga Lower, Solo Sikoa, and Jacob Fatu. All four guys just want to cause nothing but mayhem.
Yep.
Right? And by orders of the tribal chief. That's what's been said. Right? Solo Sikoa has taken the nicknames of the tribal chief and the head of the table. However, I still think there's someone higher. Whether or not we know who that is yet, I don't know. Guys, leave a comment. Tell us who you think who could be the ultimate leader of the Bloodline, whoever it is going to be. All right.
But getting back to my starting quote of this discussion,
yeah.
What do you guys think of what I said?
I can see the three of them take away Solo, right? And then you've got Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu. That is like an an incarnation version of how the Shield are.
Yeah.
But we'll only see more of that as weeks go along. If they book it that way, then I can see that. But those three on the side definitely look like a force to be reckoned with.
The
And
new
then you had
Shield,
Solo.
technically.
Yeah.
Inside the bloodline.
Yeah. But obviously the Shield had different meanings behind it and stuff like that. But I see what you're saying. I can see it. Now,
So I'm not delusional. I'm not seeing things. I am.
It's there.
Seeing my thing.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But building off of what Shade said, I would say this whole thing with Cody, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton building, at some point, we are getting Randy Orton turning on Cody Rhodes. Because, as you said, it's a legacy. At one point, Randy, right? Randy's
it's the Viper.
Exactly.
Randy is known and legendary, known for it to turning on people. He's done it tons of times.
Yeah. So
he could turn on Cody.
I can see it happening at some point, right?
He could turn on Cody tonight.
Nah, not yet. Because the bloodline thing is still just too fresh.
Yeah.
That's it's too fresh because it's the first time they're going against the bloodline. And obviously if this happens, then I feel like we're gonna get Solo versus Cody at SummerSlam. Like it's too bloodline involved at the moment for this to happen. We need to get Cody away from the bloodline and then Randy can heel turn. Right? That needs to happen. Because then if we get the heel turn, it's like, well, Randy doesn't care about the bloodline. He doesn't care about Cody. He just wants the title. Not once has as Randy mentioned that title.
And
it's been completely irrelevant.
Going on another flip of the coin here. And for me, if the bloodline wins tonight, and I think they're not going to win, but if they do win tonight, I think that's a great push for Solo to do what he wants to do to Cody and attack that title.
Yeah. So let's get into predictions because I already have my prediction. Right. So
I already have my prediction.
I've already spot mine already. So
okay. So Deeks, you think Cody and RKO are gonna win?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I can make this freaking easy. Cody and RKO are gonna win.
All
right. I think the Bloodline are gonna win.
There's always one, isn't there, Deeks? There's always one.
You know, all three of us boys. We always have a different opinion all the time. It's good. Makes a difference.
No, but there's always one.
Let me tell you this, right? The Bloodline, the new one, have done all this stuff to Paul Heyman, they're doing the Acknowledge Me, the Tribal Chief stuff, they're looking like a new Shield and all that stuff, right? Their first rivalry and build-up they have, and they lose to people. What does that do for the team? What does that, eating that loss, what does it do for the Bloodline? Is it going to benefit them? Right, nothing. No. Does it help them?
No, not at all.
Right. If Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes eat a loss, does that affect them?
No, but
Kevin
Cody,
Owens and Randy Orton,
Cody to win.
Cody Rhodes, yes, because it makes him have a challenger,
right?
Which he might not want. So yeah,
so Cody gets a challenger out of it, right? But those three guys can eat a pin. They are experienced enough to eat a pin. If the first thing that we get with this new bloodline is a loss, how is that going to help them?
Don't get me wrong. In this match, the bloodline needs a win, definitely, 100%. But it won't. It'll harm them a lot if they do lose tonight. But it won't harm KO and Randy Orton tonight at all. It'll only harm if they lose the champ himself.
All right, hang on, guys. Before we go any further, thank you for some comments. He's got Takara World. Sorry, I apologize if I butchered that. So my money in the Money in the Bank winner prediction was a very hard decision for me. I'm going to go with Tiffany Stratton because of how much she has done on the main roster. I think WWE saving Naomi for winning the Royal Rumble. Yeah, so and then they've said I think WWE is saving Naomi for the Royal Rumble. I agree. I really do agree.
Yeah, I see that. I'll see that.
We'll have one of them spots. That'd be great to see. And obviously going back with what you said. So I said, look, I don't know how much of this that you've tuned into already, So I love the idea of it being Tiffany Stratton. I also think Chelsea Green and Lyra Valkyria all three of them could be great contestants. My main money is on Tiffany Stratton, but my second I would say is Chelsea Green. But the other guys are different. So Diggs thinks it's going to be Lyra Valkyria, and Shade, do you think it's going to be who? Tiffany.
Yeah, it's Tiffany time.
Do you think? Yeah. So let's see if it is Tiffany time. Obviously, thank you for commenting and getting involved. If you've got any more comments, feel free to drop them in the comment section, and then we'll post them up. But obviously, thank you for enjoying the stream, guys. Going back to what we were saying, I honestly do think that the Bloodline need this win more. You can't build up a brand new Bloodline and then in their very first match let them lose. What that does nothing. That does absolutely nothing. That literally destroys everything you've just done. Like everything that you've just done is completely redundant the minute they take that first loss. Like it makes no sense. The only way you can get out around this, right, is don't forget it's a tag match. So the people in this match are Cody, Randy, and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline. Any three, which is so out of the four of the Bloodline. So Solo, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob. So I think one of them is going to be at ringside, and there's no Paul Heyman.
Jacob's going to be at ringside. It's going to be Tama Tonga, Solo, and Fatu, and not Fatu.
And Tonga, Tama Tonga, and Solo.
Yeah.
And you think Jacob Fatu at ringside?
Yeah, he's in trouble around the ringside.
I mean, that's a good shout. And I think if something doesn't go their way, Jacob
some kind
Fatu's
of chaos. He's going to interfere in ways that's subtle enough so referee don't kick him out.
I think he's just going to go in there and
a little tax here and there, things like that. So yeah.
Yeah. I think this match ends in the Bloodline standing with Solo Sikoa holding the the championship in the air over Cody.
I can see that. I'm not disputing that at all.
I'm not disputing it either.
I'll happy see the Bloodline win the match. I don't mind that. Bloodline / New Shield. Winning the match tonight. I don't mind that at all. I'm happy to see that. But I don't know what it says. I don't know why it says to me, but it's going to be RKO Cody to win, I think. But that's just my opinion.
We're just going to have to wait and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. It will be. All right. So before we go anywhere, final question. Out of all the matches that we've got on the card, what match are you guys looking forward to the most? I'll let Shade start first.
All of them. I said it at the start. This has the grounds and the foundations to be the greatest Money in the Bank we've ever had. I am genuinely looking forward to seeing all matches.
Yeah, but if you've got to pick one match that you're looking forward to that one.
If you're forcing my hand to pick one, I'm going to go with the American Nightmare.
All right. Deeks?
I agree with Shade's first statement. I'm looking forward to the whole night. It's going to be a banging night, I think. But I'm most intrigued by the Money in the Bank's men's match myself.
The men's one, yeah?
Yeah. I think it's going to be a very intriguing match and very unique style, and going to be a few interferences, I think. So it's going to make it unique and special and uneasy, I think, in the air as well. So, yeah, that's my opinion. That's what I want to see the most, that match.
All right. The one that I'm looking forward to is the women's Money in the Bank briefcase, because I feel like the women really need to shine. There's only one set of women on the card. Obviously, just these 6. Obviously, the rest of the card is full with all the men. Obviously, there's no tag titles on the line. There's no women's titles on the line. It feels it does feel strange knowing that it's just on women's. So I think the women really have to show, like, if you're not booking us all at the same time, then we're going to show up and we're going to show off. So that's why I think the women are going to be the ones that really steal the show. I really hope they do. But
bringing it up, though, right now, this is the second women's 6-man ladder match we've had in WWE / NXT in the last 3 weeks. Don't forget.
Yeah, because we got in NXT we had for the North American title, right?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, that's which again another fun match. Speaking of, well done, Shades. Diggs even. That reminds me. So, guys, we're not just doing one prediction. Obviously, we are doing one prediction today, right? But tomorrow, NXT Heatwave. We have predictions coming in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a good weekend. Busy weekend. Hot
Massive,
weekend.
busy, massive weekend.
And
Looking forward to this.
If you can tell by the excitement, this is Deeks' favorite show of the week, which is NXT. I love when people like the thing that isn't the main thing. Like if you're a fan of AEW, it's not Dynamite that you look forward to; it's Collision. And if it's
Collision
Raw,
is sick.
yeah, that's what I mean. Collision's great, but like if
Collision
it's
is-
WWE, then it's NXT. Like it's
Mm.
not the main show; it's the predecessor of that. You know, it's something.
Yes, we're
apart of that.
talking about WWE right now, but I have to say this point. There are some points where Collision is better than Dynamite.
That's what I mean. And it's the same with NXT. NXT is better than Raw and SmackDown combined. Like
For
with
me,
things-
for NXT for the last couple of weeks, even months, it's been slightly ahead of the main roster, I think. But that's my opinion. If you guys out there in the universe agree with me, or you boys agree with me, Shades and Caps agree with me, let me
agree.
know. If you don't agree with me, say speaking absolute rubbish.
Yeah.
But I believe NXT right now is hot. It's on
NXT
fire.
is really good.
They're building
you know-
up massive matches and massive cards, and they're kicking the hell out of each other for the ratings. It's amazing right now.
It's brilliant. It's so good.
I mean, I would say, please don't mention ratings, because the minute you mention ratings, that opens up a whole new can of worms on the internet.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry about that. I'll cover it away.
We're going to forgive you on that one.
Just talk about the matches and how great they are. I don't want to get into a ratings dispute with people because it winds me up. All right.
My bad. I got carried away. My bad.
All right.
But this is a great moment. Again, we did it at the start. We'll do it at the end. We've gone rogue for Money in the Bank.
We have indeed. So
take
unleash
it
your
away,
potential
Caps.
with Rogue Energy. It's the premium energy drink that fuels your focus, whether you're streaming, gaming, working, or hitting the gym. There's no jitters, just sustained energy. So elevate your day with Rogue. Now use the code The Hounds at the checkout for 10% off. That's the code The Hounds, THEHOUNDS, for 10% off at the checkout. Obviously, you can use that once per checkout, but let's say you buy something today, tomorrow, and the next day, you can still use that code all 3 days. All right. So you can use that code as many days as you want. Oh, actually, you can do it literally once and then 20 minutes later. All right. So you can use that code as much as you want, but it's only once per use. Once per checkout, even. Right, guys.
Thank you to Rogue for sponsoring this Money in the Bank prediction.
Yeah. So, guys, we are basically come to the end. Obviously, this is the predictions. Final thoughts. Is there anything you quickly want to touch on? I feel like we've got one thing to discuss, but it's kind of
the only thing that's popping the shades his head is
is what?
The only thing in Shade's head right now is and in my head it's all day long.
Tippy time. Yeah, just quickly, the one thing I really want to touch on, because I do feel like it's not of importance, right? But so just so you know, right, we do a weekly roundup on a Sunday. Every Sunday we'll do a weekly roundup. However, because we've got NXT Heatwave coming up as well, we're going to see if we can fit a roundup in, as well as obviously the predictions for Heatwave. We'll see how we go, right?
Busy time.
Yeah, it's busy. It's very busy. But the one thing I want to talk about, hang on, I'm just trying to get the graphic up now. Sorry, guys. Damn it, right at the end. Yeah. So if we don't get enough time to talk about basically the roundup, there's one thing that I want to talk about, and I was very shocked. And it's something I'm not against, something that I feel has needed to happen for a very long time. Guys, I am dragging this sentence out purely because I'm trying to get the graphic up. Right.
A point I'll make is real quick. Noticing the Money in the Bank graphic we've chosen. Have you noticed that under is in a different language?
Yeah, shut up. That was my error. Shut up. Right. Anyway, I'm just going to hide that out of the way quickly. Right. So the thing I was going to quickly talk about, which is great to see, and I feel like on the next pay-per-view, which is going to be SummerSlam, right? I feel like these are now going to be on the line, ladies and gentlemen. The new WWE Tag Team Champions, DIY. Thoughts? I want your thoughts quickly, guys. If you can tell me in the comments what you think. Finally, they are champions. What's your thoughts on that?
I look forward to it. Should be a good match.
Yeah, like obviously we finally got them as champions. They obviously won last night. It felt like it was a long time coming for them. So, what do you think of how it was done? What is your thoughts? Are you happy that they're champions?
For me, I am glad they're new champions. I didn't like the old champions. They didn't do enough for me with them titles. You didn't see them appear other than do a stupid bloody show talking crap at all, really. Yeah, I'm glad we've got new champions. I didn't like the old champions. I like new champions. I like. I think they're gonna run with it. They're gonna be good with it. They're gonna have 8, 9, 10 good defenses. Hopefully more before they lose them. So yeah, I'm happy we've got new champions. Give it up for the DIY boys. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Finally. Yeah, that's what I mean, man. They've been lost in the shuffle for so long, obviously. They had their feuds in NXT way back. Obviously with Ciampa when he was carrying Goldie, and obviously against Gargano. And then since then they've kind of been called to the main roster. Ciampa was with the Miz. Don't even get me started on that. And he was wearing lime green again. Don't get me started on that. It was just everything about it was just bad. Like the build and everything about these two, like they had the potential, but it just wasn't allowed to release that potential.
Yeah, I'm glad they got it now. I'm glad it's gonna be good. Now I hope it's gonna be a good run. Yeah.
So look, props to them. The emotion on their face when they won was great to see. See what's next for DIY. Right, any final talking points before we get out of it? Obviously, we spoke about match that we're looking forward to seeing. Obviously, a match that we thought was going to steal the show. Is there anything that you feel like we may have missed? Obviously, we spoke about Chad Gable maybe being attacked by the Wyatt Six either before the match or during the match. Potential return of CM Punk after Drew McIntyre bludgeoned him basically almost to death on the entrance ramp. We've spoken about Paul Heyman rolling like I don't know what he done after he got
beast well.
He rolled like he took a bump. He took a huge bump.
A huge bump, yeah, bad bump. I think as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, is there anything? The final thing. WWE teased the video of Trish Stratus driving around, obviously in Toronto, and then obviously with the Chelsea Green announcing her name. Just quickly off the top of your head, obviously we aren't going to get Edge and Christian. Obviously they're in a different company. If there is going to be anyone else from Canada, who are your thoughts on who it's going to be? Do you think maybe we'll just get Trish opening the show, something like that, or do you think we'll get?
WWE did leak it on Friday night SmackDown, saying the host of Money in the Bank is Trish Stratus, so she's hosting tonight. So she's going to be appearing tonight. Yeah.
All right. Do you reckon she'll just come out, do the "It's Canada, blah 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 blah," and then "Welcome to Money in the Bank," and then bang, that'll be it? Or do you think she'll have
pretty much? Yeah, it's just be the basic homecoming. It's me. Blah blah blah. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you think that's it?
Yeah.
I
can't see her interfering. She might guess and announce the Women's Money in the Bank entrance. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, she ain't gonna do much.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Shades, any want to elaborate on that?
Every
time.
I just look forward to seeing it.
Every time. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Obviously, this has been the Money in the Bank 2024 predictions from the Hounds of Wrestling. Please, if you've got any comments, drop them at the end, or drop them, obviously, as we're signing out, drop them on the comment section. We will reply to them. Obviously, follow us up on X and follow us on YouTube. And, anyway, guys,
I can't. Shades out.